Infield playing shallow. Base hit ties it. Aaron Piasecki at the plate. One out. Here it is. And he takes inside for ball one. One of the best hitters in all of the Northwoods League is one hit away from tying the single season franchise record in hits. He could do a lot with the swing of the bat. The pitch. Hammers this to right center field. Newland turning. He's on it, and he can't make the catch. This rolls to the wall. Kucharczyk is in. Grady Mee being waved around. The throw to the plate, not in time. And Aaron Piasecki walks it off for the Spinners. Make it 12 wins in a row for Traverse City. Baird awaiting the pitch. Baird drives this to deep right field. Richards moving back at the track, and it is gone! Justin Baird ties it up here in the top of the fourth inning, and it's 2-2. His fourth home run on the season is a big one as they get to the ace of the Indiana Tech's pitching staff, as that's the jolt this lineup desperately needed. Rips it down the line and fair. Rockmore scores. Velasquez on his way in. He scores. Not stopping at third is Piasecki. He will score. It's a bases clearing triple for Isaac Sturgis. And the Spinners have an 8-7 lead here in the bottom of the sixth. And now Gavin Taylor comes to the plate. One out, bases loaded. The tying run stands 90 feet away for Rockford. A double play ball, or a ground ball, should end the ball game. First pitch swing and liner, caught by me! But Kahi has always been kind of that guy throughout his collegiate career that has gone back and forth between the bullpen and the starting rotation. Another looper into right field. Sturgis coming on. He slides and he makes the catch. The All-Star shining bright here in the first inning, and there's two away.
Here comes Brewer. The throw from Hart is not in time, and Alec Atkinson walks it up.
After a whirlwind of weather over the last couple of weeks, we're ready to play baseball here in the Cherry Capital as we get set for the start of a 6-game homestand. Tonight features the visiting Dock Spiders from Fond du Lac and the Traverse City Pit Spitters. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Turtle Creek Stadium. I'm Jackson Heiden, and you're watching the Northwoods League Sports Network. Well, tonight is the first time since the 2023 season that the Dock Spiders have made the trip to lovely northern Michigan. Things didn't go their way the last time around as they were swept convincingly. These two teams met exactly a week ago to play two, and the Spitters were the ones that came out on top in both games. With both teams trying to make a last-second push into the playoffs, let's take a look at the standings entering play today. The Great Lakes East Division is a lot more congested than the Great Lakes West side. Currently at the top of the division is a two-way tie for first place between the Growlers and the Battlejacks. Those two teams are currently about to play 4 games against each other over the next 2 days. Pit Spitters, who have played the Dock Spiders well this year, have a golden opportunity to make some noise and sneak their way into the top of the division. On the other side, Wausau has taken advantage of a slumping Madison Mallards team. Wausau has run 2 in a row, while Madison has lost 3 in a row. Green Bay also enters play, winners of 8 of their last 10. Fond du Lac will need to put together a good series if they want a shot at the first half division. A good win streak begins with good pitching, and tonight both sides are going to rely on it heavily. Sam Schmidt will be on the mound making his season debut for the Pittsbitters. This is his 3rd season in the woods and last pitch for the Pittsbitters in 2020. For the visitors tonight, it's the recent Oklahoma State commit T.P. Wentworth. He is a great 2A option for the Dock Spiders, and we'll turn to him to have a deep outing after their doubleheader last night in Kenosha. He has 2 innings under his belt and has just given up 1 run along with a walk and has struck out 3 batters. Some players to watch for tonight for the Dock Spiders, it's Jaron Sanderson. He has 11 hits over his last 7 games, collecting at least 1 hit in 6 of those games. He went 3 for 6 with a home run and 4 RBIs in last week's game, 2 of the doubleheader against Traverse City last week. For the home side, it's Brooks Sarton. He is quickly becoming one of the hottest hitters in the lineup. Last Sunday, here at home, he collected 3 hits, including a triple and an RBI in his first 3-hit game of the year. For the first time in weeks, I can honestly say we have perfect weather for baseball. Not too cold, not too hot, and no rain. When was the last time we could say that with confidence? We'll be right back with lineups, first pitch, and starters right after this here on the Northwoods League Sports Network. Well, Elliot Traver back out there for his 2nd ball game in a row as he needs 3 outs to lock down the first half division championship for the Pittsbitters. Last night, forced a 5-4-3 double play to get him out of it. Bottom part of the order due up here for Battle Creek. Sam Griffith will start things off. First pitch from Traver is low and for ball 1. Traver, 3-pitch arsenal, 4-seam fastball, changeup, and a slider. 85 to 87 miles per hour. The 1-0. And paints strike 1. Traver over 30 career saves in his collegiate career, has 1 here this season. Excuse me, 2. Had one, his 2nd one last night. His 4-seam fastball sits mid-80s, changeup lower to mid-70s, and his slider mid to upper 70s. 2-1 count. Here it is. Hit the other way, and it twists foul. Traver has been a big strikeout guy for the University of Ohio Northwestern. And another foul ball. And it's 2-2. Has been a 2-time all-WAC first team as a closer. One of the best closers in the conference. Sought out his opportunity to play summer ball. The pitch just missing, just below the knees. And it's 3-2. Don't want to let the leadoff guy get on, especially with Trent Rice Dua. Looking for a punch out here. The payoff. Liner, center field, coming on, Velasquez, and he makes the catch. 1 down, 2 more to go.
Next up, center fielder, number 15, Trent Rice.
Trent Rice. 1 for 2 tonight, was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. And Rice takes a strike 1. And that one just missing the corner. And it's 1-1 now. Traver, the high kick, and it's in the dirt. Traver in his 5th appearance this season. Pitched last night, gave up a couple of hits. Got a pop out on the first pitch he threw of the night. And then his 2nd and 3rd out. Double play, and he gets a big cut and a miss for 2-2. He's appeared in 4 games during this 6-game homestand. He has pitched a lot here down the stretch, but they have needed it from him. Trying to get the big out. Here it is. He struck him out! Trent Rice giving Oswald Milo everything he has after that called strike 3. And the Spitters are officially 1 out away from clinching the first half division. The crowd starting to get into it. Keaton Fisher steps in as the Battle Creek are now down to their final out. First pitch swing in, popped foul. In 2023, the Pit Spitters clinched on the very last day of the first half in front of a packed house here at Turtle Creek Stadium. Can they do it again here tonight on the very last day of the first half? Again, in front of a packed house. The 1-1, fouled back. And now the crowd of 3,053 all come to their feet. The Spitters 1 strike away from headed back to the promised land. The 1-2, and it's fouled back again. Been great crowds here all weekend. They have been trying to yield their team onto victory. The 1-2, grounder to 3rd. Rockmore's got it. The throw to 1st, and it happened. After not making the playoffs for the first time ever a year ago, they're headed back to the promised land. For the 6th time in 7 years, the Traverse City Pit Spitters are headed back to the playoffs. They are your 2025 Great Lakes East Division first half champions. Top of the 5th inning as it's a tie ball game. Jake Eckes back out there to try to shut down these Battle Jacks for the 2nd consecutive inning. And now joining us on the broadcast live from the dugout is everybody's favorite manager in Northern Michigan, Josh Rebant. How's it going, Josh?
Good. How are you, Jackson, up there?
Pretty good. And boys coming back, tying it up there in the last half inning as Eckes gets us started with a strike. And I mean, talk about this win streak. It's 5 in a row now. You guys are trying to go for your longest win streak since 2022. And what's really been the fuel behind this big win streak?
Yeah, we definitely want another win tonight. Obviously, we're in a playoff push right now, and having 5 in a row definitely is a good feeling this time of year. We always preach that we're going to play good baseball in August and meaningful baseball in August, and here we are, and we got a shot to do it.
Yeah, and I know the game had started by the time this game went final, but Rapids did end up walking it off against Kalamazoo, so Spitter's magic number does drop to 8, and will hopefully continue to drop as the night goes on. But talk about that rivalry with Kalamazoo. I mean, in your time with the Pit Spitters, it's been primarily Pit Spitter dominant, but it's always still a really good series nonetheless.
Yeah. In 2019, we squared off with them in the divisional playoffs, and then obviously in 22 we had them again, and they swept us, went on to win the championship, and then last year we were in the playoffs with them again. So it always seems like we're neck and neck with those guys, and it's a great rivalry. There's a lot of respect between both organizations and what the teams are doing on the field. Both teams have done a great job developing players over the last however many years, and it's been really cool to see that and compete against them.
As Eckes sends down Griffith via the strikeout, and now Caleb Estrada will get another attempt here. And well, if you guys end up clinching, it'll be Rockford who will be on the other side, which would be just the second opponent that the Pittsburghers have faced, or second different opponent, rather, that the Pittsburghers have faced, because you guys have only ever faced the Growlers and the Jackrabbits, and now it's the Rivets. I mean, what do you got to say about that Rivets team? Haven't played them a whole lot this year, but about to year coming up.
Yeah, the Rivets, they're a really nice club. Will's done an incredible job in his first year over there, and they've brought in a lot of really talented players. He's replenished that in the first half. And one thing I always tell our guys is that every team in the Northwoods, for the most part, is going to go through a stretch we're not playing all that well, or another team's not going to play well in 10 games. And so, but Rockford's got a great roster, even though they've dropped a couple lately. But yeah, they got a really good team, and I hope we get a chance at them in the playoffs.
And last night, you had a stellar outing from one of your Southpaws that is just fresh out of high school, Grant Garman, who, really was in need of that big bounce back game last night. I mean, talk to me about what you've liked from him this year and what has really impressed you the most, I guess.
To be straightforward, his maturity. He is an incredibly mature high school graduate. Sometimes this can be a lot for somebody coming in right after they graduate high school. And the way that he handled himself, carried himself through some success right away. And then a couple starts, we didn't necessarily have his best stuff. His maturity and how he handled things was really cool. The one thing I tell people is that he won a state championship. He also played in an all-star game for Michigan high schoolers. And we never heard him talk about it once, unless he was asked about it. And a lot of times high schoolers come in and they want to share about their glory days 3 months ago and what they were able to accomplish. And he didn't do that once, and that shows his maturity, shows that he knows that he needs to keep performing well in the new level of baseball, which is college right now for him. But I really, really like his personality, and he's got a really bright future ahead of him at Oakland.
Yeah, and Garman deciding to stick with Oakland after jumping in the transfer portal just for a little bit there a couple of weeks ago. And, well, you yourself kind of going through the same process, deciding to leave the Pittsburghers after 6 great seasons. The season's not done yet, but deciding to take the assistant coaching job with Western Michigan. And talk me through the decision to go to Western Michigan. I know there's a lot of different things that go into that, but talk me through that.
I've been wanting to get back into the college game for a while, and when the opportunity presented itself, got to talk to Billy down there. We went to Kalamazoo. I went out to lunch with him while we were playing the Growlers, and just from getting to know him and then talking to people that know him as well, speak very highly of him in the coaching world. And I just want to be around really good people, guys that love to win, love to compete, and Billy and Western Michigan's obviously coming off of a great season, winning the MAC this year, getting into a regional. So there are a lot of bright things baseball-wise, but also from a family standpoint. Just having the opportunity to be at home with my wife and daughter a lot more throughout the year. I'm super excited about that. Being able to put my daughter down at bedtime, and so super excited to be able to spend more time with them at home. But I'm going to miss this place. This place in Traverse City has done so much for my coaching career, and super grateful for everybody that's made an impact on me here.
High fly ball out to left field. Shadara moving back at the track. He leaps, and this ball is gone for Garrett Smith. A 2-run blast for the Battle Jacks gives them a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 5th. And that wall, just a wall scraper. One of the harder.
I thought he was going to have that.
I know. Shadara, with the length that he's got and how great he is out there on the left. I mean, now with the deficit that you guys face, and you're facing Battle Creek's one of their better arms out of the pen. I mean, Michael Adari, what's your guys' approach, especially going into the second half of this ball game?
Yeah, we talked to our bullpen. If we can shut down the game 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning, maybe that opponent gets 1 run or so. If we're trailing and we still only give up 1 run, I still feel like our offense is going to have a really good chance. And we call them spitter innings here in Traverse City, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. Those are our innings where we feel like we can win that third of the game every single night. And we've proved that a lot here in the 4th quarter of the season. And, being down 5-3, this is nothing new to our guys. We're used used to this, and that's the cool part. When you've been able to prove that you can come back late in a game, there's no pressure, no panicking in the dugout. Guys just keep playing the game and getting on base and having good quality at bats.
Well, and lately the Spitter innings have kind of been flipped. The Spitters, as this is chopped to short, Traficante's got it, and he'll retire Charlie Berry. Well, thank you, Josh, for joining us on the broadcast. It's been an honor.
Thanks, Jackson. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back as you're watching the Northwoods League Sports Network.